happens that the good stuff gets said, and then we didn't get it live, so we may as well just start it.
We're going live. We're going live now. We're going live.
And we are live.
And we are live.
We are live. Where are my funny glasses? I got to put my funny glasses on.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay.
All right, we're live. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
No, I have been staring at the sun too long. Why do you say that?
Wow. I like that. Can you actually see out of those glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're like hologram. Whatever. I don't know. They're from the 90s, I think. I picked these up.
90s, eh? Okay.
I don't know. I remember seeing in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 movie, there's a character right at the very beginning that gets killed by a chainsaw, and he's wearing those glasses. And I was like, where do you get those glasses? Those are great. And I just went online. Of course, eBay was out there, and I looked around and found them. And yeah, they're like I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, you can see like eyeballs.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, just Goofy Raj. Goofy Raj laughing at turmoil. So I sent a link to Indie Phantom. I don't know if he'll jump on.
Okay, yeah.
And I also sent a link to another guy, Harsh Arse, who I did a shout out to a while ago. He's a big Marvel guy, and I think he would fit in real kind of cool with our talks.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he has access to a webcam type of thing, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Like we do.
Well, as long as he has a microphone, he's golden.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, yeah. And then, Sammy, you sent to Movie Mike and to Cryptdog?
Yeah. And to Cryptdog. Yep. And then finally I just put it to the group.
Maybe everybody's busy. We never know. You know, it's Thursday night, so.
I've been busy the last couple of days. I've been taking care of my nephew, helping out my mom out with that. So.
Are they staying with you?
No. No.
Relatives? No.
I was staying with them.
Oh, okay. Yes. I was just watching. The whole day. My viewing all day. I watched 2 episodes of Fringe, season 2. I watched 1 episode of the original Lost in Space TV show.
They're making a new one on Netflix.
I know. And I don't like Lost in Space. I really, it's so campy. It started out such a great, serious sci-fi show, and halfway into season 1, it got real, Dr. Smith and crazy aliens and stuff like that.
I like the movie. I can't get into the show though.
Get the box set there, but yeah.
Can you hold it up again? Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I had the camera on Angel, and so just.
It was on sale for like $49.
Okay.
The
wow.
entire
That's
series.
nice.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray, and that's my last purchase. I can't buy anything else, and I'm not going to buy anything else. But I'm watching it, and it just brings me back to my childhood. It really does. As bad as it is, it brings me back to watching that show like at 6 or 7 at night, and then having to do my homework and then get ready for school the next day, and it just brings me right back to that time. So I'm watching that.
Yeah,
that's kind of the nostalgia I feel for Star Trek: The Next Generation. I have very vivid memories of when I was in high school. Of I'd watch the show and then I'd do my homework.
Yeah, you would always wait till the end of the night to do homework. Now thinking as an adult, it's like, why didn't we just do it right when we got home?
Yeah.
Do it, get it out of the way, and then you got the whole night to do whatever you wanted. Go out and play and watch TV or whatever. But yeah, we always kind of waited until the end of the night to do homework. And then I put on which is still on. But I took a bathroom break and I said, hey, let me check my emails. I'm watching Marooned, the old movie from the 70s, I think. Gregory Peck, Gene Hackman, where they're in a spaceship and they get marooned in outer space.
I've never seen that. I don't think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of an episode of, I want to say, Twilight Zone, where they land on a world where it seems like it's Earth, but then they meet this caretaker, and the caretaker what's the word? Embalms people.
Oh, jeez. I remember there was a Land of the Giants episode where Irwin Allen, where they landed in a town. It looked like a small town, and they were walking around and they were wondering, why aren't there any people? Why is this place deserted? And then all of a sudden you see this giant little girl looking over them, and it turned out it was like her like a train set, like a giant town she built, a miniature town. Mm-hmm. And they thought they were back on Earth, and it was really her little dollhouse, and she would pick them up, and you're going over here, and you're going over here. Really creepy Twilight Zone-y type stuff, But so I was watching that, and then I had to take a bathroom break, and I was like, let me. And then I just told Sammy, I says, anybody want to chat? I mean, I'll talk. Let's go. I'm off. I'm off tomorrow. And here we are. Hey, everybody, here we are.
I'm always off.
Yeah. Doesn't that bother you?
I've actually been working a little bit lately.
Really?
I've been networking with some gamer friends, making some new friends, and
cool.
Doing some stuff for the RPG community, so I'm putting some effort into that.
Sammy, I was going to ask, don't you get bored of just staying home? I know you go to your dad's and you play games and stuff, but don't you just get bored?
Well, a lot of times I don't really notice it because I'm always recording. Watching movies.
Yeah.
And
but even that, I mean,
come across many problems, and that's.
Even like when I'm playing games, now that I've been doing that, it just after a while, it's like I got to stop this. I got to go do something else and get my mind off something, But everybody's different,
Yeah, no, with me, I absolutely love if I'm not playing them, I'm watching them.
I mean, today I did two.
Yeah.
Today I did two Alien plays. I played earlier, and then I watched some TV, and then I came back and played another bit, so another hour. So it was like I just felt like doing it. Let me do it again,
Yeah, because I love watching them almost as much probably as playing them. I just watch it and I comment at the same time. You've seen how the YouTube gaming format is, the left side's a video, and on the right I can just comment. So I watch it at the same time. I'm fucking watching it intently.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love that shit. It's
now when you play, do you play live?
I do not. Nope.
Okay.
Sometimes I did before, but I mean, certain, in the past, when I do the live.
Because I know you could do that where you have the chat on the side.
Yeah. No, this is just a comment. The comment thing.
Okay. But I've come across, and I mentioned this in my Outlast video, I came across a few other gamers out there. I would just go to YouTube Gaming and look whoever's playing live. And at the time it was Outlast. I wanted to see them play it and them get scared. And I came across a couple really kind of cool players that I enjoyed watching them. And you're right. Sometimes it's just a lot of fun just watching someone else play.
Yes. Yeah.
And the same with the Alien. I've made a couple friends, just 2 or 3, that have been playing Alien the first time, and they're all scared or they don't know what to do type of thing. And I've subbed to them and that, and but it's just really cool to see other people play a game that either you're familiar with. There's lots of people out there playing Fallout 4 and stuff that you should watch. And maybe get ideas on what they're doing, And I
pass.
started watching more Fallout 4, and I was like, wow, that is kind of cool because it is
I think you will love
Armageddon,
it.
and you're just walking through a neighborhood, and
Yeah.
everything is just destroyed, and
you have zombies coming at you sometimes. You go into
giant
it's a little bit of like
cockroaches.
Outlast. It's a little bit of like Alien Isolation. You can hide, sneak like that, but at the same time, if they spot you, you're not completely helpless. You have like a plethora of weapons.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about Alien. Alien is a survival game. It's more hiding than it is fighting. But
But here you have to survive.
Fallout 4 is you have all the weapons. You can fight and kill the cockroaches like that, So it's a totally different game, just like Dead Island. Which I was going to say, now that I have the OBS, we should continue with Dead Island, and we could do both. Your point of view, my point of view type thing.
Yeah. We should do that. Maybe we'll try to schedule that on Thursday.
Yeah, that'd be fine because I'm off on Thursdays.
Thing, and maybe that's the reason why. And I still have to do the test of the Alien Isolation.
Oh, I was just going to ask you.
Archmage.
Yes, sir.
Put on your headphones. I'm getting reverb.
You're getting reverb, really? Okay.
Reverb. I think he's hearing me.
Okay, hold on.
Through your speaker. Echo, echo, echo. Do the side of your headphones light up like that? Oh, they do light up. Wow.
Okay, hold on one second here. Let me.
I always thought that was just a color, but they actually do light up.
Oh, here we go. This is good.
Cool.
Okay, now I can hear you guys real good. Because I lowered the speakers like real low, anyways, I could still hear. But
but Angel was still able to hear.
I guess you were getting like a reverb, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. But it's good. I can hear you guys much better now.
Much better. So Angel, have you been continuing to play your what are you, well, they're not board games, but they're different games than they're not first person.
You mean that Escape the Prison game I played?
Yeah, well that little thing which was kind of crazy. I mean, there ain't much you could do with that game. They give you all these different paths you can take, and then it's like, well, all right, those are funny, but it doesn't really get you anywhere.
No, but they're fun to try.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't really been making any videos whatsoever.
Okay.
I've been a little sick. Plus, I've been helping out with the family, and I kind of wanted a break from YouTube because I wanted a chance just to clear my mind and get in a good place.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I missed the vlogs though.
I'm not. I do want to come back to them, but I'm probably not gonna. I'm gonna wait until October.
Yeah. No, do whenever you want to. Do your own thing, But I'm just telling you that I kind of miss them because I would look forward to them every day, and they were just relaxing, just nice to watch, for 10, 15 minutes. But no, do whenever you're comfortable. Come back, do whatever you got to do. Totally understandable. But and Sammy the other day having his, what was it, choo-choo, or what was that drink you made?
Oh, the halo, yeah.
Halo.
Yeah, I like that. Nice. Yeah.
With the beans in it and ice cream or cream.
Yeah.
That was a good chat. Boy, you had a big group on there.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
You even had Hoarder on there, which was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what are you watching?
Well, I'm just looking on the Steam here, and I see that Grim Dawn has a DLC out. I don't have Grim Dawn yet, but it's on sale for $14.99. But on G2A, I think it's for $12, so that's pretty good. But there's a DLC called Crucible. It's $4.24.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get these now, but I mean, I just like looking and see what deals there are. especially because I can't get it now because I just bought the season pass for Fallout 4. So, and I'm looking at it right now in my library, and and the season pass was only $31. So now I have all the DLC, and when the upcoming Yuka World comes out this August, I get that for free. Otherwise, it would be $20. So right now I have Automatron now. And that normally goes for like $10. Contraptions Workshop, that's $5. Far Harbor, that's $24.99. Vault Tech Workshop, that's $5. Wasteland Workshop, that's $5. And like I said, Yuka World, when that comes out, that's going to be $20. So when you add all that up, that's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
But because I got the season pass, it was all for $30. $31.
Bad.
Get it? Yeah, that's how a season pass works. So you buy the season pass now, so as the DLC come out, you don't have to pay them individually. You just get them free. But it's a risk because the season pass is whether they come out with 5 DLC, 6 DLC, or just 1, you're still paying the price of the season pass. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, so that's how that was. Kind of like a season pass for Great America, right?
Oh, of course.
Instead of buying a ticket each time,
you get all the e-tickets. Yeah.
Yeah, you get all the tickets, right? So that's basically how the season pass appears.
E-tickets is Disneyland, right? I think they have the A, B, C, D, E. E-tickets are like the big rides in Disney.
Okay.
In Disney, that's how they do that. Yeah, and I was looking at their free games too. There wasn't anything that really caught me, but I noticed the other day you were playing the Fishing Planet.
Yeah, that's a free one. That's a good one. There's Fishing Planet.
Yeah.
There's also what was it called here? The Hunter. That's like a hunting game, like Fishing Planet, but hunting. And the Path of Exile. That's absolutely free. Yeah. And that's like a Diablo-esque type game, and it's free. I mean.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them on there, but I just haven't jumped into them. Yeah.
And then I saw Angel playing The Way of Life, free edition, so that's very cool.
I couldn't get past that ramp, so I just gave up.
Never give up, never surrender.
Yes, good old Jason Nesmith. That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
If you don't know what to do and you've tried everything, just what the heck do? You just stop.
Yeah.
I've yet to play it, so I will.
Or you go online and you cheat. You find out how to get by it.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
Yeah. I like to figure it out.
Angel, just since me and Sammy kind of referenced it, have you seen Galaxy Quest?
The movie?
Yeah, with Tim Allen.
Yeah, I have the DVD.
Oh, okay, you do. Okay.
So good.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I love that movie.
And don't forget, mum's the word. Mum. I have to say, Commander, that standing before you here is the greatest honor. You know, when they're looking at his ass, he's like, look for a shoe.
That's a great movie. I heard they wanted to do a sequel. Everybody was signed on to do a sequel.
What I heard was the sequel was scrapped, but they were going to bring it back to the TV series.
Well, that's what happened. They were going to do a sequel movie, and then what's his name died? I can't.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah, Alan Rickman died. Everybody was signed on, Sigourney. Everybody was going to do another movie, and then Alan Rickman died. And then now they're deciding to turn it into a TV show.
Wait, Galaxy Quest was in like 1999 or 98 or something.
Yeah.
It was still alive.
No. They were going to do a sequel like recently, like last year.
Sequel? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they waited that long. Okay.
They waited that long. Yeah. But maybe there'll be I don't know who they can get for the TV show. I mean, all those characters are so great. Maybe Tony Shalhoub will come back because he's a TV guy.
Oh yes. What was his name? Tech Sergeant Chen.
That was so very cool.
Yeah, and he's like, hey guys, they're telling me that the beryllium spear is broken and we have to go.
And he's got the alien girl going around him with the tentacles.
Yes. All right, come on, guys. All right, quit it. And that's just wrong.
That's such a great movie.
I love it. And I have it here somewhere. Yeah. But yeah, one of my absolute favorites. Just
Yeah. And when that movie came out, it didn't do good at the box office. It was one of those flops. Yeah. That's why it took them so long to do a sequel. It wasn't until they were on cable and DVD and all that it got a fan base, and then they was like, oh, let's do a sequel.
Yes.
But when it originally came out, it didn't do too well. It
don't see.
Kind of bombed.
I remember seeing it in the theater. I have a memory of that.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters as well.
I only saw it on DVD when it first came out. I didn't go to the theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm a huge Star Trek fan, so I had to.
Yeah. And that was Rainn Wilson, I think, before The Office. He was one of the aliens.
Oh,
Rainn
that's
Wilson
right.
is
Rainn Wilson.
Dwight in The Office. Yeah.
He
was one of the aliens.
Big role. He was the alien in the limo when they went to pick him up.
Yeah, very small role. Very small role. Yeah.
And the girl, what's the matter? She don't talk? I'm sorry, Commander, but her translation is talking. You just keep on talking, and I'll be listening. And he just goes to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, when they're looking at the old broadcasts, and they mentioned Gilligan's Island, he was like, "Oh, those poor people."
Yeah. Surely you can't believe that Gilligan's Island. But they believed it.
We have created all your favorite foods from your favorite planets. And Alan Rickman's looking, it's crawling out of the plate.
Yeah, what do they call them? How do you like your something ticks, your blood ticks or something? How do you like your blood ticks? Just like Mummy used to make.
Yeah. So cool. Great movie.
And I like at the end, Krillek, when he dies, it's like, forgive me. And it kind of brought a tear to my eye. Forgive my impertinence, sir. But even though we have never met, I have always considered you a father to me. And it's like, Krillek,
doing the music.
By Graptar's hammer, by the sons of Mo,
you shall be avenged.
You shall be avenged. And then he just dies.
Yeah.
He got pissed off at that fucking alien, and he just charged him. It's so good. Yeah.
What did he call him? The crab guy or something?
Which guy?
The main alien guy when Tim Allen.
Oh, I think his
Mr.
name
Krabby
was
or something.
Wait a minute. Hold on here. Saran.
Saran, yeah, but no, they called him like the
Lobster
crab.
head.
Lobster head. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lobster head over there.
Oh, it's lobster head.
Yeah.
Find them! But sir, find them! Oh, we got pissed off because because he escaped and they were supposed to get sucked out into the.
They got toys. They got little toys that light up, like the communicators and stuff. You can buy those.
Yes.
For like $20, but they're little plastic toys,
Oh, that's okay. It's a toy, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I got the little plastic Star Trek communicator and phaser,
Yes.
But I would love to get one of those little communicator things. Galaxy Quest.
I like when they switched. I think they called them. Did they call them boxes or Vox? I think they were called Vox or something. When he bumped. What's that guy's name? The nerd guy, the nerd kid that knew everything about the ship. And then he dropped and goes, "Look, they gave me this," and then everyone shows their communicators. You all got the same thing. Yes. Yeah. Can you talk to space in this? Hello. This. And then nothing happens. You go, wait a minute. This isn't mine, because when they crash into each other.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely love it.
Anyway, Roger.
Yes.
Have you seen Stranger Things yet?
Oh yes. Oh
I
yeah. I'm so glad you guys finally watched. I think I watched it the week before you guys did.
Okay,
and I did a little review thing. And then I saw Sammy did one, and then I saw you did one, Angel, and
you did a review of it?
No, I haven't done one yet. I'm gonna rewatch it and then.
But you mentioned on Facebook that you watched it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, it was great.
And it got a bunch of thumbs up.
Yeah, it was such a nice throwback to the 80s, movies of the 80s, like Spielberg and Zemeckis and John Carpenter, and Yeah, it was, with the kids trying. It was like but
Yeah,
with
it with the
aliens.
coming of age, a little bit of that, the
Yeah,
Goonies, and Super 8,
and the
and
music was very
the
John
music.
Carpenter, and
E.T., and you throw in X-Men.
yeah,
That
all
girl
that stuff.
11, that girl was just an
I
absolute
cannot wait for
badass.
season 2. Cannot wait.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
No, you guys think, and now, sorry for the minor spoiler, guys. We're going to get into spoilers now. This is kind of like a spoilers thing. I don't know. Hopefully, move the mic. Well, and we'll do this again anyways with move the mic, but maybe we'll try not to focus too much of it because now that Angel have seen it, maybe all of us can kind of get together and kind of talk about it. But with Stranger Things, what do you think about 11? And again, spoilers, guys. Like, do you think she's gone, or you think she's going to come back?
Well, there's a season 2 planned.
Yeah.
So
There's
whether
a
they're gonna continue the
possibility is up in
story,
the air.
yeah, you don't know if they'll continue the story or take it to another area. And
Well, actually, from what I heard, they are going to continue the story.
okay, all right. Well, then she will be back.
It makes sense that they'd continue it from where it left off because of, well, spoilers once again. The kid had that that thing at the end where he phased back and then came back to reality.
Yeah. It'd be, what would you guys think if they brought it back and
the whole time, I'm sorry to cut you off, but the whole time I was watching, I was thinking, oh my god, this is like the best Tales from the Dark Side movie I have ever watched.
Yeah.
Wow, Tales from the Dark Side,
it's true. Yeah, that too.
Wow, yeah.
What would you think if when they brought it back, the kids are teenagers now? They're like 10 years older.
Oh, no. I wish I'd just keep them.
Like it did. It, was like them as kids and then as adults,
Maybe eventually, but let it do it naturally. Like if 5 years go by, like older, then let it literally be 5 seasons. The 5th season,
Well, if they do, if it goes that long,
It will.
God willing. Yes. So,
I mean, it's like there's another series called Wayward Pines, which I watched last year, which was really, really good, and it came to an end. The spoilers, the surprise at the end that all these people in this town where all this mysterious stuff was happening were the last people left on Earth, and they were cryogenically frozen and brought together in this town, and they were walled in this little town called Wayward Pines, trying to basically grow humanity again. And in the outskirts, everything was destroyed. And
it's post-apocalyptic.
Yes, and there were the futuristic humans, which turned into beasts. They called them the Abbeys. They were the Abbey normals, basically, and they had fangs, and they would rip animals apart and stuff. So they were walled out.
My mom has been talking about this show, so.
And it ended when you found out.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, when you found out the ending was all that, the final 10 minutes of the last episode flash forwarded to the future, and you're like, what's going on? And then they said there was going to be a sequel, like a second season. I was like, how are they going to do a second season? All the characters are, spoilers, they're not around anymore. And then the second season took place 20 years later.
Second season. Okay.
Yeah, they went 20 years later. And at the end of the second season, they go back into the cryogenics to freeze themselves for another 20 years because the Abbeys attacked the town and to start destroying it and killing people. So they're all the last bits of humanity, the 6,000 people that are left, are trying to survive and figure, well, in 20 years, maybe these creatures won't be around anymore, and we'll wake up then and see what happens. So it was like Stranger Things, where it's like, how are they going to do a sequel? How are they going to do a second season when it kind of came to an end?
Although Stranger Things didn't really come to an end. I mean,
no, it didn't. It did.
It's a major cliffhanger at the end there.
Yeah, it was more closer to a cliffhanger type thing.
Very quickly, the Wayward Pines, is that on Netflix?
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, that was I think that was like an NBC show or something like that. But it was worth watching. It was great. It was really, really great. Kevin Dillon was the lead in the first season. The second season, it was Jason Patrick, the guy from Lost Boys. He was the lead.
And also from Speed 2, which...
Yes, oh yeah, Speed 2. Cruise Control, yeah.
What's it called? Wayward Pines?
Wayward, W-A-Y-W-A-R-D. It's produced by M. Night Shyamalan.
No.
Are you sure it's on Netflix? Because it's not there.
Yeah.
Wayward Pines. Show is unavailable to stream. This title is available on Netflix DVD.
Ah.
Damn, too bad.
Okay.
Well, hold on here. I have a... Thank you to Dean of DVD. Let me see here. I have Xfinity, so...
Ah, it might be there.
Much love to you for that. Thank you for that, sir. I mean, dear God. Okay. Let's see.
But yeah, I enjoyed that show. I thought it was really, really good.
Wayward Pines.
A lot of plot twists.
Oh, look. Okay. Okay, we've got... Okay. Wait a minute. Season 2.
Yeah, you need to see season 1 first.
Why do they not have season 1? Yeah, that's very weird. Click some more.
Maybe it's like on demand. Like when you have on demand, season 1 will be there, but when the new season starts, they take away the first season and then they just show the second.
Oh. Is there going to be a third?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they already said there's going to be a third.
Season 1.
What the hell is this?
I don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, I'm looking at Wayward Pines, A Place to Die For. All that's available on Amazon is to stream it. There's no season sets, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know if it ever came out on Blu-ray or DVD.
Well, there's Wayward Pines, A Place to Die For.
Is it a full series?
Matt Dillon, Toby Jones, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, that's the first season with Matt Dillon.
One other and a Netflix thing too, and I know that Angel Hair has seen it, but what is it? Hold on here. Daredevil and
you're just watching it now, aren't you, Sammy?
No. I've seen
season
them.
2?
But I'm watching season 2 again for the second time.
Oh, again. Okay.
Season 3 is coming, and I can't wait for Defender. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
You do know?
Yeah.
Okay. You know.
And Punisher's getting his own series too.
Punisher, yeah.
More sooner than later.
But Defender is, of course, it's going to be Daredevil, Jess Jones,
right.
Iron Fist, and Luke Cage. And just like the Avengers, they formed a group, and X-Men, they formed their group, the Defender. And I can't
what did you think of the Luke Cage trailer?
Oh, God.
With him with the car door?
Yeah. And then the guy that punched Luke Cage's fist, and you see it in slow motion, and it breaks and bones. And God,
that looks amazing. Yeah.
Oh, man. And Iron Fist didn't really show too much. I didn't quite get too much from that. It was literally 30 seconds. You don't see much.
Yeah.
You just see like a door just kind of blow out. He looks kind of, I don't know, kind of weird to me. I know his name is Danny. I know he's a, people may think.
I wonder if maybe Elektra will get her own show as well.
Well, yeah, she might. Because she's been pretty good in Daredevil. Much better than in the movie, I thought. The Elektra movie, not the Daredevil movie. Because I did like the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
I did like
I absolutely love that one, and
I don't know why people don't like it.
I don't know why either. I mean, you see, Elektra. I'll tell you this though. It started off like pretty good, and you thought it was going to be good, but somewhere along the way, near the middle, they started rushing everything, and that's what ruined it. Second thing that ruined it was I don't like how when you kill the ninjas, they were ninjas, the hand. They kind of explode into like a dust or something. Like a smoke, like they're ninja vampires or something. I didn't like that. Just kill them and show the corpse.
They copied Blade. Yeah.
Yeah, Blade, but that makes sense because they're vampires. These aren't vampires.
No, you're right. You're right.
What happened there? So that kind of ruined it. Even the bosses were like that. They just exploded into dust. But I thought her as Elektra, even in her Elektra movie, she was good herself. She had cool moves and stuff. But just the movie itself was not good. But Daredevil, Yeah, absolutely love that one.
Especially the director's cut. I don't know if you guys see the director.
Director's cut, which
that's the one they need to see.
That's the
Yeah.
one they have to see. I don't care that they removed the lovemaking scene.
Yeah, I still have it on DVD. I don't think the director's cut was released on Blu-ray.
No, it is.
It has? Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it has been released on DVD as well. But the problem is the regular PG-13 cut is not available on Blu-ray in any format. Okay. I mean, they should have done where...
It should. I know they should have put both.
Cool to have both, just because for those that want to see the lovemaking scene. And that scene where they're up on the roof and it started to rain, that played out slightly differently where in there, how he hears something and Elektra, they're hinting, they're gonna go do it now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he hears a noise like someone in trouble. He feels like he wanted to go, but then Elektra says no, something like no, and then the next thing you know they're screwing.
Yeah.
But in the director's cut, it's more of like, I can't do it. I got to help these people out, and they don't do it, and he goes off and saves those people.
Yeah.
So it went in different directions. See?
Yeah.
And then
I also like that effect where you saw in the rain. You saw how it.
Oh, I love that.
He sensed it going around her body and everything. Yeah, it was.
Because he hears
really nicely done. They didn't do that in the show.
They didn't do that in the show, and that's the problem I felt. They didn't showcase his abilities as so good. Like they didn't explain it so well. He can do it. He said it, but you have to show it. Like not just don't explain it.
Yeah.
You have to show like what they did, like a first person thing, like what they did. How he kind of sees things, so people get an idea that like we started with the punching bag and he's punching the punching the bag. That's what I feel like they should have done.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see his view. Yeah.
Yes, at least do it. You don't have to do it too much. At least do it in the first season, so we kind of see it, and then maybe get the idea of it in the second season. Because that was just great when you see how he's dodging bullets. Because people don't know that. See, think about people where when you're looking in one direction, he don't have to be looking in your direction. You got that? He can literally see what's above, below, behind him, like underneath.
He hears it. He senses. Yeah.
Right. He senses. So he sees it all in his mind, in all directions. He doesn't have to just be looking at you and looking here just to see it. You could punch him from behind or above, a sniper, and he'll see it. Because it's radar sense, which is perpetually giving off.
I'd say it's a form of telepathy in a way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, telepathy is more of like reading like of the mind. What he's not telepathy with somebody else, like reading their mind.
No, it's a different type of telepathy.
No, it's like a physical telepathy. Yeah, it's a sensing.
If you can say that about a bat, because that's more.
I think when you think telepathy, most people think of you can move objects and things like that.
No, that's telekinesis. Telepathy.
Oh, that's telekinesis.
Yeah,
you're right.
Telepathy is where you could read someone's mind.
Yeah.
But that's what he's doing. He's not reading your mind. It's more of like he can see from far directions in all directions, and that's why he's able. It gives him an increased agility and some enhanced strength. Not super strength, but some enhanced. Because when you have perfect balance like that, you're obviously, your strength is increased.
He didn't have perfect. The accident didn't give him perfect balance. He had to learn that.
He had to learn that, of course, but because his ability helped out with that to give him that perfect balance, which a normal human will not be able to attain because he doesn't have the radar sense that Daredevil does have.
What was it? What was his trainer's name? Rope. Stick. Rope. Stick. Yeah. Carradine. Yeah. Which was real ironic that it was kung fu.
No. That was
Oh no, it was that was.
Hold on. That's the guy from. Hold on here. Hold on.
Sam.
No, not Sam Elliott. Hold on. Wait. Let's see. Hold on. Don't look it up. Don't cheat. Hold on. This contest now. No one cheats.
All I know is he was in Backdraft.
Okay. Hold on here. Glenn.
Scott Glenn.
God, yeah. Okay, hey, we both win.
Here we go.
Because I got one part
and the right
thing.
The other. For some reason, he reminded me of Carradine. Yeah. You're right. Scott Glenn.
Yeah, that's it.
Stick.
Yeah.
Great show, though. Great show.
I just
Netflix is doing some great stuff. Sammy, I know you don't watch like Orange is the New Black.
No, I do watch that, but I fell behind. Do? I absolutely, I started watching like the third one, and now what? They have like the fifth season. I got up to.
Well, no, they're only on the third season. They only just finished the third season.
The third?
Yeah.
No spoilers. I haven't seen it yet, and I want to watch it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a wonderful show.
There's a lot of nudity, a lot of.
Not that much.
Oh, the beginning thing.
Somebody was saying they didn't.
I like it.
Somebody was saying they didn't want to watch it because there's a lot of lesbianism.
That's
okay. Like, there isn't that much in it. It's talked about, but you don't see sex scenes. You don't see any of
that. There's 4 seasons there, Don.
You see kissing. That's about it. No, only 3.
I'm looking at it right now. 4. There's 4 here.
Is it the 4th?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the.
Because I watched the first, completed the first, the second one. I think the second one where I saw where it like kind of ended where.
That's right. The third one ended.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Yeah.
No, but without spoilers, the third one ended with the lake, right? That's all I'll say. They were in the lake.
They were in the lake.
And the 4th one ended with the gun being pointed at somebody.
See, I didn't see the 3rd or the 4th.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
So
well, then, that doesn't give anything away, but my God, it's a great show.
It does. I already figured it out. They escaped.
No, you didn't. No, they did not escape.
They escaped.
There's no lake inside a prison, okay?
There's no escaping, really.
There's no escape.
That's why it's Orange is the New Black, because the whole premise is it takes place
by the end of the 4th season, they're all still in prison.
Yeah,
everybody's still running.
They'll all still be in there. Otherwise,
it doesn't mean they get caught and get returned.
No, they don't get caught. They don't run away.
Right,
no. That's all I say is a lake. You don't know what lake I'm talking about.
The character who's named Lake.
It's like, where's there a lake in a prison? Well, you'll see. You'll see. It's in the mind. You know. But I swear that that season with the lake, that's all I'll say, had me in tears, bawling at the end of it. Was wonderful. And
hey, Kate Mulgrew. I don't know if she's still in it, but as far as I know, she was still in it.
She's still in it. Okay. And I can't think of the actress's name. She's in the 4th season. She's a
70s girl show. Oh,
she's a new person that comes in. And she was in Fringe.
Fringe, okay.
I can't think of her name.
I don't remember Kate Mulgrew being in Fringe.
No.
No, Kate Mulgrew's in Orange.
Orange, yeah.
She's in all 4 seasons.
She's red, right? She's Russian.
Commander, what's her name? Commander.
We just went off on Fringe, so my mind thought Kate Mulgrew in Fringe.
Captain Janeway. Okay, yeah.
No. There's another character from Fringe that is in Orange. That joins Orange in the 4th season. Gotcha. Let me just find her name because she's Blair Brown. Blair Brown joins Orange in the new season. Anyway, she's kind of like a Martha Stewart character.
Yeah,
she's a famous cook that gets arrested and has to spend time. But no, again, going back, the main reason I brought this up is Netflix is doing some really great shows.
Yes.
With Daredevil, the superhero stuff, and Orange.
Here's the thing. Do you know if there's going to be a Jessica Jones season 2? Because they're already on 3 for Daredevil, and
I heard they are. I heard they are, but yeah, you're right. They skipped a year, didn't they?
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe I don't know if maybe they're not continuing with Jessica Jones just because of the Defender, that new show, Netflix show, where they're just going to just put her in that. I think what's going to happen is once the Defender starts, they're going to drop all the individual seasons of.
That's a good point. I don't know.
They'll just throw them all together and then just continue with the Defenders. Kind of like what is that thing called? Legends of Tomorrow with the DC. Now here's the thing, I do watch like Green Arrow and all that. Flash. I think they're great and everything. They're pretty cool, but there's all the, I guess the word is like cliche kind of thing where it becomes like a 90210 or those the shows where there's the relationships and she jumps to him and he jumps with her and it has all that crap and then the dialogue is super cheesy with the romance that goes on. I don't like that crap. In Jess Jones Daredevil, you don't have that crap so much. It's like, and when you do have it, it's realistic because it's a cable show, Netflix show. So they can swear, they can say asshole. I've heard them say pussy. They've said shit.
Oh yeah,
and there's
they
blood
can get away
and
with
gore.
all kind of
They
stuff.
can get away with all that shit, so it's like more realistic.
It's not network where there's censors.
Network. Yeah, it's censors, and it just sounds like shit. You know, the dialogue. It makes me cringe when all that drama bullshit crap fuck that goes on with Green Arrow and fucking the glasses girl. What the fuck is her name? Felicity. I think her name's Felicity Smoke. You know, and then the breakup, and then want this, and then the dialogue is that. I'm just like, oh, just fuck up. You know, I'm covering my ears. This is garbage. Just don't do that. You know.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. Like the beginning stuff, I thought was pretty cool, and then it started getting kind of, the first season was like more dark and everything, and then start getting into all that kind of that romance crap, and all of a sudden everyone knows their identity. But and same thing with DC's Legends of Heroes, Legends of Tomorrow. That's pretty cool. But I think Defender is going to blow that away.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the WB, right?
Yeah, just WB.
That does all that, and they always from Dawson's Creek, 90210, all that stuff. They always have those relationship stories. It's like we don't need that. We don't need that.
Yeah, no, yeah. If you're gonna have a relationship thing, then do it in a realistic fashion. But
Yeah.
I'm afraid that you can't really do it when it's on like a normal TV, because people are gonna say words like asshole. People are gonna say words like shit and fuck and cock.
The problem is that we live in the age where people want to watch reality television. So even if it's not reality television, it has to encapsulate the feel of it.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate reality television.
Me too. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's stuff like Bachelorette and Bachelor and all that stuff. I didn't really watch the whole thing, but it comes on, you kind of see it, or you see the trailers, and I've seen enough.
I have not watched network television in over a year.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I mean, I still watch it because I'll be honest with you, and when I say watch it, I'm talking about just like stuff like Green Arrow and Flash, and okay, that's fine, and World of Tomorrow, or what did I just say, Legend of Tomorrow, because it's got the action. But once they start getting into the drama shit, and it's just not realistic, I just don't buy it. But when it comes to the action, okay, it's pretty cool, but I wish.
Question time. What is Legends of Tomorrow?
Okay, Legends of Tomorrow. There's a guy named Rip Hunter, and
just give me the basic plot.
Okay, he come from the future, you see, and he goes back. Okay, and he goes back in time. His ship is like a time machine, and he gathers all the unused superheroes that you see from like Flash and like Green Arrow that were kind of underutilized, because there's too many characters going on. So they threw them into here. Like you got Hot Girl, you've got like Mick, and you got the Freeze guy. What is that? Captain Cold. Okay, you got them. You got Eric Palmer or Ray Palmer, which is I think he's Atom or something, where he can like shrink. He's kind of like Iron Man, but he's in that suit.
Atom.
He can shrink. Atom Man. He can shrink, and Ant-Man, where he can like shrink and then he can get bigger. But he's a little bit like Iron Man too, because he's got freaking weapons on his thing. Like it's like a cross between Iron Man and Ant-Man. So you got those guys. You have Katie Lotz as hold on here. What is her name? She was Black Canary in Green Arrow, but her name is hold on here. It was hold on. She played Lance, Laura Lance, and hold on. There was Laura Lance. Laura Lance was a sister, but I can't remember. But Katie Lotz, she was in The Machines, great movie. And, you got that group, and they all band together in that ship, and you go back in time, going after a guy named Vandal Savage, which he's immortal, by the way. He has Egyptian heritage. Yeah,
I love Vandal Savage's character, so I got to check this out.
Yeah, so that's basically it. So they go to like the Old West, they go to like the freaking future, some fucking like alternate kind of like world place, and it's like a time machine. If you like Sliders too, but in Sliders it's like an alternate thing. But in here they literally go through time, through past, the future. And
it reminds me of a plot arc from Justice League.
Okay, yeah, you're talking about the animated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the animated, yeah, absolutely.
The guy who built the Chrono Belt was hopping through time, and they had to follow him. Yeah,
there we go. There was one where you started this cult where I can't remember who it was, but it was like
no spoilers.
Metallo.
I'm going to watch it.
No, I'm talking about Justice League. I'm talking about the Justice League cartoon.
Oh,
it was Justice League Unlimited, I think it was. And there was Toyman, and he shot this ray, and it looked like it killed Superman. but really it sent them into the future, and Vandal Savage was there. This is Justice League, mind you. You remember that one?
Yeah. Oh, I love that episode. Yeah.
And he says, well, why did you use it yourself? You know, and it's like, well, I can't, because I can't exist in the time period where I once existed. Yes, but I'm dead. And then they smile. Well, then we have to get the thing, this thing, which is like the nuclear sun thing. By the way, it was like a red sun, so that's why Superman didn't have any powers in the future. This was Earth, mind you. All the insects were like over large. So then they had to go to the thing, and then he said, yeah, I had a, you know, when he went to the thing, the yellow sun thing, he fell down a hole, and then he was able to fly. And the reason why is because he said, yeah, I had a feeling that the yellow sun was going to give back your powers again, and he was right. So he kicked all the giant ants' asses. Yeah, you know what I mean? And he goes back in time, and then everything got fixed. That's such a great episode. Okay. Oh, hey, welcome back there, Downstar.
I'm back. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're talking like Justice League, the animated series, and stuff like that. And World of Tomorrow.
We segued into that from World of Tomorrow.
Yeah. That DC thing.
I still need to check out Supergirl.
You know, Supergirl's actually, it's actually, you know, it's actually pretty good. It kind of got better, I suppose. Sure, it still got some of that cheesy stuff, you know, as these TV shows go, but it's okay, you know. It's still, when it happens, it's still kind of cheesy and kind of bad, but it's okay, you know. I can deal with it because the action is just so freaking cool. So yeah, these are shows that I wish would be like a Netflix thing, and then they would be able to say words like pussy and asshole.
Well, despite the fact that Once Upon a Time is a network show,
that's a good show too. Yeah, for some reason that's
waiting for season 5 to hit Netflix.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. There has to be that violence level, especially like coming from like Green Arrow. He's hitting Arrow. He's not killing people, but you know, show it like kind of pierce. You know, show some of the blood splatter and stuff like that. But you can't really show that too much, obviously. You know? Yeah, but yeah, Once Upon a Time, I actually like that as well. Shockingly, and it's just some of that cheesy stuff, but it's not. For some reason, it doesn't seem so bad because they're all like fairy tale people. So you know that the cheesy romance stuff is not so bad. It doesn't seem so bad. And you know what I think it is? Is because the people are a little bit more older, I think, and they act like they're older. But in like, what do you call that? Green Arrow. You know, you got Oliver Queen and you have Felicity, and it's kind of like high school drama what goes on there, like high school relationship drama, and the dialogue they use and the way they talk. I don't like that. You look at them, they don't look like and seem like they'd be talking like that. You know, having that kind of issues, like it just doesn't seem like that. But you don't have that. You know, take a look at like in Daredevil. See how Daredevil and Elektra. See, that's cool relationship right there. You know how that went down. You know the problems they had. You know what I mean. That I believe that. That's all good. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just looking around. Crook Dog is just watching us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he decided not to join, but he is watching on the YouTube stream.
Oh, hey, what's going on there, Crook Dog? Thanks for checking this out, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I've been watching, actually I'm in the middle of Torchwood right now. So.
Oh, what's that? Oh, Torchwood. Okay,
wow.
So like some kind of a spin-off of Doctor Who. Yeah.
At the beginning of season 2 right now.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I would have to say, season 1, season 2 are great. The end of season 2 is the last episode's amazing. Oh. And then Children of God?
Children of the Corn.
Children of Earth.
Children of Earth. Children of Earth is the best thing they've ever done.
I've seen it.
And I would say skip the other one.
I've already seen it. Actually, yeah, I know. I can't remember the name of it, but I fucking loved it. Okay.
Did you really?
I wanted more of that. I was sad when it got canceled.
I mean, when it got dark with the concentration camps, that's all I'll say. It got really the death camps. It got really dark, but I hated the way it ended. I was very disappointed. The way he's like, I'm leaving. I'm done. You know, and it's like, wait a minute, come back. And he hasn't, to this day, has not come back to Doctor Who either. You know.
But he's been busy on Green Arrow.
Yeah, he's a different character.
I suppose if he that character is dropped from that show, that he might come back to Torchwood.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, he could come back, just do a cameo here and there. I love Barrowman. I really like him as an actor.
Oh, Barrowman.
Yeah, Sammy, he's a Captain Jack from the Torchwood.
Jack.
Torchwood is a spin-off of Doctor Who.
Okay.
He was a character in Doctor Who when they brought Doctor Who back.
Who's in Green Arrow? You said he was in Green Arrow?
Mm-hmm.
He's a different character, though.
Who's he in Green Arrow?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't watch Green Arrow.
Oh, okay.
Angel, I thought you knew.
All I know is that he's in the show. I just.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you guys haven't seen the Green Arrow or Flash or any of that, huh?
No.
I've seen the first season of Flash, but only up to a certain point.
Only in Batman v Superman I saw the Flash.
Okay, yeah, when he, yeah. Huh. Oh, man.
I saw season 1 of The Flash up to a point. I missed a few episodes due to cable issues, and then I saw the rest of season 1. So I need to.
Oh, okay.
I need to watch season 1 and get my hands on season 2 as soon as it comes out on Blu-ray.
Ah. Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. The Flash. I need
to get Gotham on season 2 as well.
Oh yeah, Gotham is just another good one too. I actually like that, and what's kind of weird is in Gotham, I'm not exactly sure what time period that's supposed to be set, because I know it's supposed to be like a prequel.
Modern day.
Is it modern day? Okay, it's kind of weird because I always thought that, because I guess the look of it is kind of old, so it looks like it's taken.
Well, that's the feel of the show. It's just
but then I started seeing modern.
Just naturally.
Yeah, and I saw modern technology, and I was watching my brother. My brother walked by, and I said, "Look at this. There's an anachronism here. He's using a freaking cell phone," and he's like, "What? Isn't this supposed to be, before Batman was just a kid?" I'm like, "Yeah, they didn't have those back then." I'm like, "I know. It's fucked up, No,
they didn't fuck up. It's a modern retelling.
Yeah, no, I got that now, but it was just okay. So that's not going to fit in with Supergirl and all that, and the Flash, and yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe season 3 we'll see a young Bruce Wayne on another show.
Yeah. That's another thing too, and I kind of brought this up in my. I did a review of something, and I put the Supergirl thing ahead of it. And I can't remember what I reviewed. You know what I think I reviewed? I think I reviewed The Killing Joke, and I said something like that. As cool as Supergirl and other shows are, I don't like how they're separating how they come from all different Earths. That's not how it was in the DC. In Justice League Unlimited and its cartoons, Superman, Supergirl, the Flash, they all exist.
Archmage, you have to be aware of Crisis on Infinite Earths. If you don't know about that, you're completely out of the loop.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is, because you didn't see the show, they're making. Okay, let me put it this way.
I know, but I think I know where they're going with it. They're going to do the whole Crisis of Infinite Earths in the televised universe.
Oh, okay. There's a thing called Crisis of Infinite Earths.
Yes.
Okay, that's a whole thing. That's a whole
kind
of like a series of something. Okay, so they're going with that right away. Okay. Yeah, because
I think I'm not saying they are doing it. I'm just saying I think it's possible that that's the direction we're going in.
Okay. Well, maybe it is, because what I saw in Supergirl when Flash came in there, like, hey, thank you for saving me, and he's like, yeah, I didn't need your help, and goes, yeah, well, you were falling off that building, okay, so I saved you, and then she goes, how'd you do that? Well, I'm the Flash. Because who? I'm the Flash. You never heard of me? I'm the Flash. And then she flew off. And then he starts running real fast to keep up with her, and she's like looking down, flying. She's like, "What the fuck?" So then she lands, and she goes, "Wait a minute." And then Flash is like, "How did you do that?" "Because I'm Supergirl." "Who?" And he's like, "Oh, great. I think I'm on the wrong Earth." He takes his mask off. "Hi, I'm Barry Allen." I was like, "What the fuck is this? How do you not know of each other?" So you know what I mean? Like, they come from separate Earths. I'm from another Earth. Come on,
Well, if they can do right off the bat, I mean, the Flash went into the Flashpoint paradox.
Yeah. Oh, I love that, the Flashpoint paradox. Oh.
Right off the bat, they did that. So why not integrate Crisis from Infinite Earths as well?
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
You know another thing I heard with the Justice League trailer. they show the Flash, when Batman throws the batarang thing at him, and there's that slow-mo shot with all the lightning. And they said that he looks back at Bruce Wayne with that look like, you're Batman? Like he's realizing it.
Yeah.
But didn't he already know he was Batman in Batman v Superman when he came through the monitors?
That is an indiscrepancy.
So he was already in the future coming back to warn him.
Unless he's from even more future. Who knows?
Even though it was a dream sequence.
Okay, so it was a dream. Okay, so was it a dream?
But it was a premonition, maybe?
A premonition?
No, it was a parallel reality.
Okay. I don't...
okay. Yeah. Yeah, see?
I know this.
Okay. Some weird shit.
Okay. Because he came out of the monitors and he was giving them the warning and blah, blah, and then Batman woke up and it's like, wait a minute, that was the Flash from the future. I'm the Flash of the future. But then in Justice League, they're all meeting, Aquaman and that, and he's realizing he's realizing Bruce Wayne is Batman because he's throwing the batarang, and he's like, turns around and before he grabs it, he's like, oh.
That's why it makes sense that it is a parallel reality.
Yeah, they got to introduce all that probably in the next movie.
I like it. He grabs it and he looks and he says, "Would you join?" He's like, "Yes, I'll join." That's it.
Can I keep this?
Can I keep the person like you'll join? That's it. He's like, "Yeah, I need friends."
I need friends.
Can I keep this? Yeah. Oh, that was kind of cool. I have to say. Can I keep this? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for that.
They made him so he has no friends, but in the Flash series, he's got quite a bit of friends.
Yeah.
So it's kind of different.
It's a different Flash. Yeah.
It's totally different. It's,
Hey, what do you guys think of the old everybody bashing now Suicide Squad?
Oh, everyone's bashing that? Okay.
The critics.
Wait a minute.
The critics.
Let
the critics
say what they want to say.
Okay, because I'm going to be watching it tomorrow.
The movie.
Yeah, the critics are really bashing it. People are upset that the Joker's in it for like 12 minutes. He's not in it a whole... And when you watch the trailer, you think he's like the lead of the group, and he's only in it for 12 minutes. He's just trying to get together with Harley Quinn, and Batman's in it for a second, and...
here's the thing. I do want to see it. I guess I'm not. I don't want to say super. I'm somewhat excited now, I suppose. But now that I hear that someone said it's actually kind of good, I guess is what he said. But he said, well, my thing still is, of course, I don't like Jared Leto as a Joker, but I'm going to have to see how he is first in the film.
But it's a different Joker. Yeah.
But he didn't like Harley Quinn so much. She said she was still okay. Yeah, he said that's sad. And that right there just kind of turned me off right there when he said that Harley Quinn was like, I've never heard of this actress. I'll let you know right now. Margot Robbie. I don't know who she is, but he said like,
I don't know her either.
Yeah, he said, because here's what he said. He said that, and everyone has a problem with the way Margot Robbie was portraying Harley Quinn, saying that she acts the same way in here like she did in everything else. Who the hell is she? I've never heard of her. So okay. Yeah. So that's fine for me because it's the first time I'm going to see her acting like that. And then and he said, but she was just kind of weak, and some of her stuff was kind of cringeworthy, and she was the one I was most excited for to see.
Yeah.
And then there's Enchantress that I absolutely love, so I want to see her because I love mages, so I want to see her as a mage, magic and like a witch or whatever she is. So that's kind of like why I want to see it. So.
I heard there was also too much Will Smith in it.
Yeah, that's another thing. Will Smith, okay, he's cool as like a hero. But then when you put him like as a good guy, then it starts to seem like it's like a parody kind of thing where I don't see him as an evil man, okay?
Yeah.
Like I can't see him as an evil guy.
But even just the promotion of the movie itself, it looked like it was going to be all of these characters, all with different things, and from what I understand, it's just Will Smith and Harley Quinn.
Oh.
And all these other characters are just like have these little scenes here and there.
Oh, that's not good. That's terrible. If that's what it's like.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. You can't.
I'm going to see it tomorrow, so I'm going to get my.
You can't listen to all critics. You really can't. You just got to go in and see it for yourself. Everybody said Batman v Superman was bad, and I loved the thing. I enjoyed it. So
yeah.
Yeah, well, like I said, I know.
The extended version.
I liked Will Smith and Hancock. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, he was cool in Hancock. I like that.
Well, I like him in general. I like him even the serious
Batman
roles.
vs Superman. I did not agree with everyone.
The only one movie that I didn't like him in was After Earth.
Well, I haven't seen that, but I mean, like 7 Pounds, and is it 7 Pounds? I think was the movie where he was trying to get back for all the people that he killed in the car accident, and then Men in Black and stuff like that. Independence Day. I mean, he's fun to look at, and he's fun, and I had no problem with him being in Suicide Squad. But when I heard he was going to be like the lead, it was like, wait, I thought this was an ensemble. I thought all these characters were going to be, like Guardians of the Galaxy. Even though there's Starkiller, all those other characters had all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
Wait
a minute, Don, sorry, about Batman vs Superman. You said you really loved it.
Yeah.
I could have sworn. Remember the hangout we were on? Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? With Wolfbane. Remember that with Jace?
No, Wolfbane hated it. I was defending it.
You were defending it? Okay, I thought you were making fun of it. I'm going to have to watch that.
I even made a video.
With him.
I even did a review. Okay. I did a review where I enjoyed it.
Did you see my review of Batman vs Superman?
Yeah.
You see, I didn't hate it. I thought it was good.
No.
I didn't think it was a great movie. I don't think
exactly.
I don't even think it was a very good movie. Batman vs Superman was not very good.
It had problems.
Many fucking problems.
I'd like to give it 4.5 stars, but the best I can do is 3.5 to 4.
Yeah, I'd go 3 stars. Yeah, I mean,
3 stars.
It's entertaining. Movie. Yeah. It's entertaining. It has problems. The whole Martha thing is kind of like
it got entertaining. What? Yeah, it got entertaining. That's the part. I remember now you were talking about that. The whole Martha thing. Let's all be friends because now that we have the same mother's name. But here's the thing. For 2 motherfucking hours, I'm sitting here watching. My brother's watching. What the fuck is going on? It's like nearly 2 hours. Okay, nothing's happening. There's no fucking action. It was just bullshit.
Yeah.
And the movie's goddamn 3 fucking hours long, and 2 hours go by. There's like nothing. And then finally we get to
the only thing I disliked about the movie was how long the fight scene was between Darkseid, Superman, and
Darkseid.
No, Doomsday.
Yeah, Doomsday.
I'm sorry, Doomsday.
No, but I loved Wonder Woman.
I'm glad that it needed that length. It needed some kind of long fight, but in the Batman vs Superman fight,
too long.
You saw my review. You saw my review where, it's just like it's a polarizing fight with Batman vs Superman. First, Superman dominates him, and then he gets him with the dust, the fucking green dust, and all of a sudden now Batman's kicking the crap out of Superman, and Superman's just weak and just whatever, and he's just punching him. There's no fight, and then it wears off, and then now it's like a flip side again. Now it's Superman just flailing him around. There's no fight. It's just flailing him around, and he hits him with the dust again, and it flips. And I'm watching this fight. I'm like, the fuck?
Really, if you think about it, Sam, what do you expect? I mean, Superman could rip him apart.
Exactly.
So
that's why it was done.
Had to have been that type of.
Exactly.
He throws the dust on him, and he's punching him and then he just stops and he looks at him, and it's like the punches don't. You need that balance back and forth.
But here's the thing. But it's not really balanced. But it was like polarizing. But here's the thing. But of course, what else can we expect? But just because it has to be like that, what else can we expect? It doesn't make it good.
Well,
it doesn't make it good. Yeah,
but I mean, in reality,
it happened like that. It doesn't make it good.
In reality, in a Batman v Superman movie, Superman wins. Boom.
Absolutely.
He's dead.
Yeah. It's kind of like this. If I was to see fucking Captain America literally fight fucking Hulk, that's going to be dumb. Okay, he's just going to rip him apart. Okay, so it's like the same thing. I don't want to see that. I like to see where Captain's, okay, it's fine. If he's gonna fight like a super uber character, you put him together with like his group, with the Avengers, where Hulk is on his side.
Yeah, but you never saw them fight together. You saw Thor and Hulk.
Yeah, I saw
and
Thor.
Thor I can understand because Thor is a god.
Right, but that's
he's all super.
I don't see them fight, and thank God for that. I don't do that in the movie. They did it in the Ultimate Avengers in the animated. Thing I have the Ultimate Avengers and have the Ultimate Avengers too, where at the end the Hulk kind of goes mad, and all the Avengers have to jump on the Hulk and kind of try to take him out and take him down. Having a hard time, and then see Captain America was kind of being smart about it when he was fighting against the Hulk, even though ultimately he still kind of got his ass kicked.
He's superhuman, but he's still human.
Yeah, he's superhuman, but it's still human, right? Exactly. I mean, if you shoot him in the brain, shoot him in the heart, he can still die. Chop his fucking head off, he'll still die. He's not super invulnerable, but he has some high level of tolerance and invulnerability, and he's super strong. But the thing is, to put that in movie format, there's some things that is okay for a cartoon, and that's perfectly fine. I like seeing that. And there's some stuff that happened in the Justice League and the Justice League Unlimited. That's absolutely pretty cool too. But if you put it into the movie, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to give you one example. The Ultimate Justice League, I think it was Ultimate Justice League, Justice League Unlimited, the animated series, the cartoon you guys are watching on Netflix right now, where you had one side of the Justice League where they kind of turned evil, where Superman killed Lex Luthor. He kind of killed him, so they kind of went darker. Yes, you remember that's a two-parter. So then he goes, Batman opens up this crack, and sees that there's like the real Justice League, how they normally are, like our world, I guess. So they go to try to help them out and trying to press their values on them. That, you have to kind of take a harder approach and kind of kill the people. And then what happened is Superman kind of teamed up with Lex Luthor, our Lex Luthor, in this world, is still alive. Mm-hmm. And Lex Luthor comes up with this this is a cartoon, comes up with this gun where he shoots at all the evil Justice League and it takes their powers away. Now, how the fuck are you gonna make a gun that's tuned into every? They got a Kryptonian here, and you have Green Lantern whose power comes from a ring, and then you have the Flash whose powers come from a different source. You have Wonder Woman whose powers drawn. How can they create a universal gun that's tuned into every single thing that's gonna take all the powers away? I don't buy it. So he did it.
It is possible because it is possible. All he needs. No. Think about this, Sammy. It's a world with superpowers, right? So what's to say there isn't super tech that can hone in on the DNA of these?
We don't know what the Infinity Stones could do. Maybe they can create a weapon that would take all the power away from everybody.
I know what the Infinity Stones do. You got the Time Stone that can kind of freeze time and slow time. You have the Power Stone, of course, it's you're super strong, and I think you had one stone that can kind of teleport you. Yeah, what the fuck he did, and Thanos, I've read the Infinity Gauntlet. It's so fucking cool. Everyone starts going up against him. Like he had Cyclops. He put Cyclops, because Cyclops, mind you, he doesn't shoot laser from his eyes. He shoots like kind of like a kinetic beam, where it's not a laser. It's like a concussive blast. So it doesn't. He can't shoot like a rock and cause fire. There's no fire. It's just a force, a force. So he encased his head in a block of like ice type thing. It's not really ice, but in a block of transparent icing, so he couldn't shoot. He transformed Wolverine's adamantium bones into rubber, so he got rubber bones and stuff like that. He made Death his bitch basically. So Death, Death. That's right, the Grim Reaper Death, the female Death, turned him to basically like his little lackey slave. It's been a while since I read it, but I'm gonna read it again. But stuff like that. It's just so.
Boy, you are a comic guy, man. I don't know any of this stuff.
Yeah, that's the Infinity Stones. Each of the stones does a different thing. The Time Stone.
Okay, well, because I know of them, from the Marvel movies, but.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. No, I don't know.
So that's what that does. Okay. Oh, okay.
But Superman would rip Batman apart. That's all I'm saying.
Superman would fucking rip Batman, Captain America, Iron Man, all three of them. You all come against him.
He's an alien. He's Superman. He's an alien. He does everything. You can't burn him. You can't freeze him. You can't.
Yeah, even in Justice League, they said he took a grenade and he put it in his hand. Even not a regular grenade. It's like a nuclear one, right? He just took it and it went like this and then he said, "Are you okay?" He goes, "Oh yeah. How are you?" And that was in the Justice League episode, mind you. Because they were reminiscing about stories about reminiscing about stories about Superman. And he said, "Yeah, I remember one time when Superman there was a nuclear bomb, and this is Green Lantern telling this story. And then what did Superman do? Because this is the one where remember the one with Vandal Savage where Superman got propelled into the future, like an apocalyptic world. This is the one where they thought that Superman died, right? It's the episode. And what did Superman do? He took the grenade and he cupped his hand on it and it blew up, and it just like some smoke came out from between his fingers. And he says, "Oh God, hey Soups, are you okay?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay?" Yeah, So if you can do that, okay, yeah.
All right, let me ask you. You seem like you're a big superhero enthusiano, or you know everything.
I don't know everything. Trust me on that.
Yeah. Why does the planet he comes from weaken him?
Because it is of a red sun.
Which means?
And that's all that is. Because it's a red sun, he basically how we have a yellow sun, how it does for us like this. So I think technically,
which he gets his power from, right?
Yeah, he gets the power from a yellow sun.
Okay.
But then on a red sun, it just kind of like is like what a yellow sun is to us, is what a red sun is to him.
But he's on Earth. He's covered in the yellow sun. Why would the object from a planet that was breeded in a red sun affect him?
DC doesn't explain, like, you just have to take it, like,
you just take it. Okay.
That's how DC works. And
it's the rule.
Superman can fly. Why can he fly? He can because the sun does it. It came from his power. You don't go into the technical aspects where.
Here's an interesting point of view about Superman. I was just recently reading some information about the Bible, right? And one of the names of God is El. It's in passing reference. It's El. So I'm thinking, oh my God, Superman, right? The House of El. And I'm like, what? So that's crazy. I mean, I swear.
But here's the thing, like what I said, how Superman, like, he just flies because he can fly. You know, obviously because we don't go into the technical thing of it. Vision. Now, why can Vision fly, right?
Why can Green Lantern fly?
Why can a Green Lantern fly with a ring, whatever? But Vision, the reason why Vision can fly, he lowers his density, okay, and he allocates it. He lowers his density, so it causes him to float. So he's lighter, So it's like he's so light like a feather, and the way he controls where he flies, he allocates the density of the weight in certain directions, and that's what causes him to fly. So there's an explanation for why he can do what he can do. That's why if you've seen Civil War, he made himself super hard. So when the truck came and it kind of kind of hit him, so he become hard like a rock. So he's like super hard. So nothing, he control his density.
So these are just rules that the creators made.
Yeah. See, Marvel likes to explain their stuff and have reasons. DC just kind of like it is because it is. They just accept it. Why can't he fly? Well, because of this. Why? Because we said so. Okay. But Marvel at least they try to go a little bit more.
The thing about Superman is that all the various types of kryptonite that there are. I think it's insane.
All the different kinds of what?
Kryptonite.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, gold kryptonite. I mean, why? Why?
Well, it also makes me wonder why any kryptonite got to the Earth.
Yeah. Okay. See, now what is up with that? I just want to say real quick.
I can understand. They explained it in Man of Steel because it was in Zod's ship. Okay. So, and then it crashed, and then in Batman v Superman, Lex's son went in there and got it. But in mythology of Superman, how did kryptonite get to Earth?
Here is my theory. Okay, Superman as a baby is ejected from Krypton in a pod.
Right.
The planet blows up. Yeah, he's in the pod. The planet blows up, and some of the pieces of the planet follow the wake of the ship.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I could kind of see that, like a comet. Yeah, I can kind of see that.
And I want to take this opportunity too, because you mentioned like I know a lot. I just know some things, the ones that we should try to get on here sometime in the future if we have another discussion on here. And I just want to give recognition to guys like the Comics Defender and Malik X, two YouTubers. They are huge comic book fans, and they blow my knowledge completely away. Yeah, those guys, they know. Like,
what about Trey Pace? Trey Passer
is another gentleman that knows a lot.
He knows a lot of superheroes.
So we got Trey Passer, we've got Malik X, and we have a Comics Defender. So shout out to you guys. You guys are just magnificent, and the amount of knowledge you know with superhero stuff is amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to talk to him again, because I'm not that big of a superhero aficionado. I read a few comics when I was growing up, but I have quite a few questions that would be interesting, and seriously, like what you said, it's real simple to just say, well, that's the way the creators made it. These are the rules. Superman is this way, Batman is this way, Green Lantern is this way, and those are the rules. You don't have to explain it; they just are type
That's
of
what
thing.
DC is, and that's another problem with
But
DC.
it seems like the movies are trying to take the realistic route and explain how realistically, how, just like I said, Lex's ship or Zod's ship brought kryptonite to Earth. You know, it
Okay,
wasn't
that's
it
good.
wasn't the stuff following the pod that brought Superman. It was Lex's ship when he was trying to do the oxygen thing in the ocean and all that. Now, let me bring this up because I'm not going to stay on too much longer. I'm maybe another
I was
10,
gonna say,
15
my
minutes.
brother's knocking on the door.
Yeah. What about Aquaman? What are we going to expect from him? What is his powers other than talking to fish?
Talking to fish, he's got some kind of super
And he can control the weather, I guess, the waves and things like that. What else does Aquaman have to offer?
That's all I really know. I mean,
Staff of Atlantis.
But isn't Triton the king of Atlantis?
He's dead.
Oh, Triton is dead in the mythology?
Yes.
So is Aquaman basically the new Triton?
Yeah, he's the king.
Okay.
Here's another thing, though. DC, I don't like how all their main cities are made up. Now, here's the thing. I know Marvel has Asgard. Okay, that's fine. But here's the thing. You know, Captain America's from, I think you said, he's from New York, right? I'm getting confused now between. He's from Jersey or Brooklyn because I'm thinking about that Civil War. Yeah, he's from That's it, Brooklyn. I'm sorry. He's from Brooklyn. Okay, and then you have I'm trying to think. Okay, basically they come from like a real city. Okay. And then you got the DC
like I said,
guys.
They're trying to set it in reality. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Well, not really because there's that. They're explaining, but where they come from is Batman comes from Gotham. There is no such place as Gotham.
Yes, there is.
And there's Star City.
Yes, there is. Manhattan Island is also known as Gotham.
But that's not the Gotham Batman comes from. That's not you know what I'm saying? Is there a place called Star City and what else? There's Star City. I can't remember all the made up.
I'm just saying that there is a real Gotham. It's
no.
Yeah,
I know.
but I think
there may be a real Gotham, but what I'm trying to say is it's not that Gotham where Batman comes from. Just like there's a real place called Scarab Bray, but it's not the same Scarab Bray that the Bard's Tale.
I know, but I think I could be wrong, but I really think that the DC Gotham is heavily inspired on New York Gotham.
See, no, I heard New York was Superman was.
That's it, Metropolis. He's from
Metropolis. Was
there
based on New York.
New York
they're based
New York, but there's also Gotham Island that is part of New York. It's also known as Manhattan Island.
No, all the DC
I never heard
made up cities. They're all made up cities. They're not
to contradict, but I always thought whenever I heard of Batman, Gotham City wasn't an island. It was an actual
it's a city.
part.
It's a fucking city.
It was
I know,
a city
but I'm pretty sure it's inspired on.
Inspired. Okay, things are inspired and where it's really taking place is two separate things. I'm talking about the real thing,
I know, but I'm just saying because there is, because Manhattan Island is also referred to as Gotham, it makes sense that Gotham City would be inspired on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just don't like the fact that it's made up places.
It just seems
where
like
the fuck is that? Star City. There's no fucking Star City. There's no Star City.
It just seems like in all the lore of Batman, Gotham City and Metropolis were never next to each other.
Yeah,
they were at different parts of the planet. They were at different of the states. They were at different parts of the states.
Well, that wasn't true in Smallville. That wasn't true in Smallville because
Smallville was in the 80s or 90s. That's when they might have changed the mythology. But go back to the 30s and 40s, read the comics. They were never together. They were different places, I can understand them bringing them closer for the movie, especially with Batman v Superman. They're like Bruce Wayne has a building in Metropolis. I can understand that because they wanted to connect it. But from what I remember growing us and everything, they were nowhere near one another. You know. That's just me. That's just what I remember. Uh-oh, everybody's quiet.
No, I'm just looking here for the... Hold on here.
Just drop the bomb, everybody's quiet.
I don't mind that there's a thermoscara and all that stuff, but I'm trying to find a thing where it lists where all the heroes freaking come from, but thermoscara, that's perfectly fine. And
Wonder Woman comes from an island, an Amazonian island.
Wasn't that a place called Themyscira, or was it Thelmagard or whatever, where the Hawk Girl's from?
Yeah.
It begins with like a T, and that's perfectly fine because you got Asgard.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know, you're gonna mix in. You gotta mix in.
And Asgard is out in outer.
Out in another space. So I'm fine with that. That they have the fantasy places, but you mix it in with reality places. But here you have in DC, you have those like the fake places like that where Wonder Woman's from, Themyscira, whatever, where the Hawk Girl's from. But then the heroes themselves come from like the cities that they're spawned from and known from is just absolutely fucking fake. I don't, there's no, like I said, there's no so that's another problem. I have just too much of the fakeness. There's too much. I don't like that. I like that Captain America comes from.
Hold on, Sammy. It's DC and Marvel. Both universes have fake cities.
Yeah.
Right.
So why are
you're
you
not hearing me?
complaining?
I said my problem is where the heroes come from. Batman comes from Gotham. Superman comes from Metropolis. Okay. There's too much of, and I think who is it? Was it Star City? I think it was like the Flash or someone or Green Arrow. They come from Star City. I just don't like that the heroes come from fake cities. Now listen to what I'm saying. The heroes come from the fake cities. There's too much of that. I just said there's too much fakeness.
Yeah, but
that's my problem, I guess.
Sammy, could you
I have a question.
Yeah.
Star City, Star Labs. Is Star Labs in Star City or not?
I'm trying to remember. Star City, Star Labs. Hold on here. I'm just trying to remember here. I think Star Labs is in the Flash. So that's okay. Where the Flash is from? The Flash is from Star City. So that means Star Labs is in Star City, of course.
Yeah, but Star Labs is also referred to in Superman.
Okay, right. So what are you trying to try that?
I'm just trying to make a point that it's all interconnected. Even though Superman, all the tests that he wants done on himself is done through Star Labs.
I hear you. I hear you, Angel. And I know
there is some level of interconnectivity between.
I understand that. That's not my problem. Okay, you're not hearing what I'm trying to say. Just hear me straight, plain, and clear. And this will be the last that I'm going to say on it. I like the fact that Captain America, Iron Man, and those heroes, they come from like New York, like a real place. My mind is like I'm totally losing my train of thought, but they come from New York or maybe California or something or Florida.
Well, let me just interrupt you there. What about like Daredevil 2? Daredevil
comes from Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen, which is in New York, right?
A real place, and that place is real. I can relate to that because I can relate to these characters because they're real. I don't like how in DC everyone comes from a fake city. Everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Marvel, DC. Marvel, DC.
I'm not trying to say there's no interconnectivity. I don't give a flying fuck about that. I don't care about that. My issue is that they all come from fucking fake cities, and that's my problem.
Yeah,
made up series. That's all I'm fucking saying.
Yeah, it isn't like a name like Hell's Kitchen. It's like there's no place called.
I can relate to that. Hell's Kitchen. I know this place.
That's like the Bronx of New York. That's but Metropolis isn't a real place. Or Gotham.
I can't relate to that. I can't,
Yeah. It could be based on a real place.
But it's not the real place.
But it's not. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
I know what you're saying there. What you're trying to say, anyway.
I think what the creators of DC were trying to do was create a feel of one side of the country while possibly putting it on the other side of the country.
Yeah. Are there any superheroes from a California type fictional city?
My mind is blocked right now. I'm trying to fucking remember.
I would say Booster Gold might have come from California.
Who?
Booster Gold.
Who's that? I'm blank on that one. Rooster Gold. Who's that?
He comes from the future,
Okay.
and he basically.
Accept my ignorance, because I don't know that.
I'm trying to explain to you the best I can.
Okay.
He comes from the future, and he's washed-up celebrity.
Okay.
So he goes into a museum, he steals this time travel technology, and he goes into the past to establish himself there.
Wow. Okay.
The past is our present.
Yeah. So his name is Brewster Gold?
Booster
Gold. What is his persona? What does he look like? What is his powers? What does he do?
You know what? I don't know him that well to say all that. He's an underused character in my opinion. From what I heard is that there is a possibility of him getting his own show.
Okay. Now Punisher, was Punisher always from Hell's Kitchen or from New York? Because in the movies, the both of them that came out, he was like from the country, wasn't he? And then he came to a city? Am I wrong at that?
I don't know.
Okay. Again, we need comic people. But like I said, I don't know. Yeah, but it seems like everything is around New York, Chicago, all that, and that's why I brought up Angel. Is there anybody from California, from the West Coast?
Oh man, my audio was off.
I just want to say this one last thing. Because Booster Gold is a washed-up celebrity, it would make sense that he would come from a place where celebrities would be common in California. That's the first place that comes to mind.
It sounds like a cool origin, too, being a washed-up celebrity coming across a time machine, going back to make himself famous as a hero. That sounds kind of cool. It really does. I never heard of the character, though, sadly.
I just looked at. Well, I know Booster Gold from the Justice League. They showcased him in there.
Okay.
But I was going to say Hawkeye. He's from Waverly, Iowa. Okay. Punisher. He was from Queens, New York. See, these are real. That's
okay.
So
again, they're real areas. Yeah.
That's what I like about the Marvel characters. You can look on a map and find them.
Where did Superman land? Wasn't that in Kansas?
Smallville. Kansas.
Which was in Kansas. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Again,
good talk. We gotta get a superhero expert on here so we can really get into.
Like I said, we should get Comics Defender, Malik X, Trey Passer.
Yeah. Let's do that next time.
Yeah. But
all right, guys,
because my brother's knocking on the door.
Somebody knocking at the door.
So I'm gonna end this now.
Ringing the bell. Let them in. All right, guys. Nice talking to all you guys.
Yeah, great talking to you guys. I'm gonna end this now.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna end it.